Buenos dias, Gunners Collective TV. Back at it. You already know. Or maybe you don't. One never knows, does one? Welcome back to Gunners Collective TV. If you have not hit that like and subscribe button, make sure that you hit it. So that way you're abreast of all notifications. And it's all good in the hood, man. I switched up the little intro. It is what it is. Anyways, I wanted to talk about Wicked. Rest in peace from Strength Cartel. David, right? Where you at, big boy? Where are you? You know, Wicked's birthday just passed, and I'm sure his family is very aware of that. You know, I have family members to this day that have passed away, and we always try to do something for the holidays for them, and we include them. You include your family, and you know, something like that just happened to Wicked that was so tragic, man, and brought a lot of attention, a lot of eyes. I'm sure his family, you know, love him, and I'm sure they did not want all the attention that they got, but because of social media and because he was part of the Sharmuta cartel, the only real one ever to be from the Strength Cartel, right? Besides, Pitbull was real too, right? And Joey, don't forget me. I was there for like 2 days, homie. Right? And Joey Stacks as well. You know, Wicked definitely personified what it was and what they try to be as far as an ex-convict and that image that the Sharmutas put on, that big boy, Big Calvin and all them put on. Hey, doggy, can I get a picture of your calves, doggy? Yeah, you got a gang of tattoos right there, doggy. I want to, yeah. We're on that RX con shit, doggy. Like, for reals, doggy. We're going to bust spreads. We're going to do all that, doggy. For reals, for reals. We're going to do curls and spreads, curls and spreads, curls and spreads. You know, and that's just what he's into. Wicked passed away tragically last year. And it was an unfortunate loss. You know, it was an unfortunate loss to the bodybuilding community, to the Compton community, to his family, most of all. So I'm sure when holidays pop up and, you know, his birthday just passed, they're going to do something for him. You know, like I said, I've had family members where every year we do something. There's a present under the tree, or, you know, they get an Easter basket, or there's always some type of remembrance there. We don't never let their life go. You know, you keep carrying on, you move on because that's what they would expect you to do, but you move on with them in mind. That's just, you know, maybe it's just the Mexicano community. I don't know, man. Maybe it's just something we do, or maybe it's something all humans do, brother. I don't know. But I do know that a lot of us that lived the lifestyle we lived, man, we don't want to forget the memory of our loved one. So Wicked's birthday just passed, and I've seen a lot of posts from his family members. You know, they did a little thing for him, man. They were remembering him. And, you know, I reached out, and I wanted to see, you know, if Big Calvin, hey, doggy, the Wicked's my dog, doggy, right? To see if they participated or if they did something in remembrance of Big Wicked's birthday. You know, if, you know, he was such an intricate part of the Strength Cartel, man, did they remember him, or are they too busy doing curls, eating pre-workout? Bomb, right? Free Big Joe. Or are they too busy over there, you know, kicking it with Wes Watson, carrying his Birkin bags? What they do? What they do for Wicked? So I looked, and I didn't see anything about his birthday. I didn't see anything about in remembrance of, or shout out to the homeboy. Not even a simple, hey, happy birthday, homie, in heaven. I hope you're doing good. And none of that. Just move on. Like he never existed. You know, and that's a slap in the face to the family, to you know, what he brought to the table, and just piece of shit tactic, man, on the part of Big Boy. You know, I don't understand how someone who was your dog, was your boy that you fucked with, man, you could just forget about him that fast. You could just forget his birthday, forget, you know, everything his family's going through, forget the fact that he was tragically murdered. You can just sit there and eat pre-workout and make fun of people and feed Cali Muscle watermelon and fucking try to blame other people for Wes Watson shenanigans and all these different things that they do, and not even give your homeboy that passed recently a shout out, a happy birthday. You know, I don't know about certain individuals, but I know when you're around someone all the time, you work with them, or you know, you gang bang with them, or you do what you do, you go knock chicks with them, whatever. You're gonna remember certain little things. And a birthday is definitely a big deal. Now, let's talk about, is it a big issue? It's not the biggest issue. Life's going to move on. His family's going to press on. Wicked's memory is going to continue to be solid and move on. But it just seems, fuck, that ever since he passed away, ever since he was tragically taken from this world, right? It seems like he was more utilized by the Strength Cartel, if anything. You know, they promoted when he first passed away, you know, hey, man, and GoFundMe's and this and that's and all these. And, you know, there was a lot of people going in on Big Boy. Well, he only put $500. And that's $500 more than was there. I've never hated on him for that. Okay. I don't know his finances. You know, I see him around the world. I see him at all these fucking bodybuilding things. And, you know, people don't know each other's finances. You can't you can't pocket watch another man. That's what you can't do. You can't be mad at another man because of what he sends or what he doesn't send. That's a fact. Look, I'm not defending Big Calvin. You would think, you know, when you're having money, the way it looks like you're having money, or maybe that's just the facade you're putting on, right? That you would be able to do a little bit better, or at least try to do a little bit better for a good friend of yours, right? But that doesn't mean you're obligated. There is no obligation in life. You know, you put the guy on as far as the Strength Cartel, you did that. You got to respect it, right? Now, you can't expect people like Big Boy to act like you would want to, like you want them to act, or like you'd act. That's just the way life goes, man. I had a lot of homeboys. We'd have funerals for homies that passed away, right? Not necessarily gang-related shootings. Homeboys that got cancer, homeboys that, you know, got in a car wreck or drunk driving. And, you know, sometimes you have a lot of these vatos say, oh, my dead homies, homie. Like, they were really out there fucking, like, shoot them up, bang, bang. But I got a lot of homeboys that passed away that were just friends of mine, or homeboys that got in a car crash, or the lawnmower ran over their foot and they got fucking gangrene, and next thing you know, it's spread, right? Shit like that. It doesn't necessarily have to be shoot 'em up, bang, bang all the time. And, you know, there was a lot of homeboys that would not want to go to the funeral. And I would hit him up like, why, bro? You don't want to go pay your respects to his family? See, me, it wasn't even about the homeboy. Like, I got love for you, bro. You know what it is, right? There's things we can't speak on. But it was more so showing up for the family. Because, see, with a lot of the families of gang members, and I can only speak on that because that's the lifestyle I lived, they feel some type of way. The vato can die because he drank too much Pepto-Bismol, and they're going to blame you. Well, if he wasn't hanging around you stupid motherfuckers and doing what he did, his stomach he would have never went to the taco truck. He would have never had chorro. He would have never drank too much Pepto-Bismol. He would have never died. Blame it on the norte, right? I was like, what? But so I would go to show the family, show face, first and foremost for the homeboy and represent, but also show the family that, man, I have respect. I'm here if you need me. You lost a son, you lost a father, you lost a cousin, but I'm still here. I don't have much, you know, but whatever I got, you know, all you got to do is ask, or you don't even got to ask. Here, boom. So in that community, you know, people expect, or they not expect, but they accept the fact that you have homeboys, you live that life, and they're going to show up, you know, and some of my homeboys would not want to do that. And I'd be like, go pay respects to the family, bro, at least. No, I don't want to see the homeboy like that in the casket, bro. That's kid, fuck, bro. I don't want to remember him like that. To me, sometimes it was just an excuse because they just didn't want to go. They didn't want to deal with that bullshit, you know? And some really meant it. Some were like, nah, bro, I can't see the homeboy like that. I'll break down, and I got a persona I need to keep going. You know, ain't nothing wrong with going to a funeral and breaking down and showing respect. You know, one of the hardest things I ever had to do in life, I've done a lot of things in life, right, that were hard. My first removal, first pegada, first anything, shooting, whatever I did, you know, and those were all hard because it was hard for me to stomach or bring myself to do that. It's not easy. But the hardest thing I ever done in my life was seeing my uncle that laced me up in that casket, right? I remember it like it was yesterday. And I remember a lot of people were there. It was in Modesto, man. We did a funeral, and the Modesto mob, he was like a part of a Modesto mob, 49er mob. They all came and showed their respects to him, which was cool. And I remember my family was there, and it was like time for us to do a speech. And I hadn't wrote down no speech. I did none, but something compelled me. I had to be the first one because we were the closest. I couldn't let any of my other primos and primas, and I know they had all their papers. They were looking at their speeches and shit. I couldn't let them go. I had to do it. I had to be him, no matter what, because I felt my uncle deserved that, and I had to be, and it's great. But we're gonna explain this right here about Wicked and Big Boy, because let me tell you how I did it. Right, true story. So as soon as they were like speeches, I jumped up. Everyone's looking at me because I'm not one to like do that, right? And I went up there, man, and tears in my eyes. I did my thing for my uncle. I made him proud, I'm sure, right? And everyone was like, "Wow, you did drop mic drop, right?" I dropped the mic on that. But my primos and primas, they expressed theirs too, and there was nothing like my Theo Joe, right? So I did that. But what a lot of people don't understand is, man, when it came to burying him and everything, I didn't hesitate, man. No one asked me for money. No one asked me. He had brothers and sisters that were burying him, and they were going to take care of their own. But 1,000, I got you, right? Here's 1,000, not 500, big boy. And I understand that was just your homie and not your family, but it doesn't matter, man. Homeboys are like family, What happens if Big Joe passes tomorrow? Bomb, right? Unfortunately, I don't want to wish that on him, but what happens? Is he good for 500, or is he good for an IOU? Bomb, right? I don't know. I just know this, that here's 1,000, and then let's go with about a year later. It's about a year later, and I'm in California, and I went to go visit my uncle. He's buried in Turlock, right? And I pulled up, and shout out Barrio Liquors in Turlock, just to let you know. Make sure if you're in the Turlock area, you go over there and you get you a little sippy sip. That's the sponsor, man. I fuck with them. And tell Lolly the gun sent you. Shout out to Barrio Liquors. But so I'm in Turlock, and I go, and there was just, I couldn't find my uncle's gravesite. Like, I'm trying to fucking gauge longitude and latitude. Like, where's he at? And I seen a little gold placard, and I was pissed because one of my primos was in charge of getting him his headstone, and it still wasn't there. And so, in a typical Mexican family, my cousin decided to put that in his pocket like Rocket and get on, right? I couldn't have that. Immediately that day, man, I broke out the bread and went and got him a headstone, a real nice one. And it's not all about the money all the time. It's about the love and the memories that we made. And how can I let my Theo go through that without his name being, fuck that, ain't never going to happen, right? If I would have known, he would have had it day one. I just didn't know. I already gave the money. I had to double up and double back and give it twice. So anyways, Wicked they have a birthday thing from the other day. People are remembering him. His family's remembering him. I'm seeing posts on TikTok, posts on Instagram, which is a great thing, man. Families keeping your memory alive and recognizing. And like I said, there's a lot of people that do that, man. I see there's right down the street from me, there's like someone died in a car crash or something, right? There's like, man, that memorial they got right there on that corner of that street always got fresh flowers, always up to par, always clean. I see people out there cleaning it. Like, they got a lot of love for the family. And this is for years now. They've been doing that. So, as this is showing me that the strength cartel, the sharmutas are really sharmutas. Really, Big Boy can give a fuck less about any of these dudes he kicks it with. He makes fun of them. He clowns them. He talks shit about them. And he utilizes them for their size and their tattoos to push his agenda and his product and his business. But he don't really give a fuck about them. Them dudes really ain't his friends. It's funny because I seen a video he did about Big Joe. Bomb. Hey, Big Joe, how did we meet? Doggy. Hey, Doggy, remember when we met on the yard? He just wants you to hear the word yard. He don't give a fuck about really how they met. He can care less about the Redskins emblem, right? Free Big Joe. He don't care. All he cares about is talk about prison. Put me in prison. Put me there with you so everyone can think I'm a real one. So that mentality, oh man, these guys are reformed. They were crazy ass guys in prison. They went from that to what they are now. What they are now is pieces of shit that are probably going back to prison eventually. Come on, man. And I'm not talking about you, Big Joe. Bomb, right? I'm talking about Chuck Basher and his Bash brother, Canseco. Canseco. And of course, Wesley Montanu. What's up? You already know what he's into, or you never know. But it's definitely an asshole. His own. Look, I'll say this. I say that to say this. Wicked. I don't want to make it too funny and talk shit about these guys. Other than it's pretty a bullshit move, man. That you couldn't show some love, even on your channel, and be like, hey, let me throw an old school video of Wicked on so you guys can remember it's the homie's birthday and shit, man. We ain't forgot about you, brother. And it's something as simple as that. Other than get it, doggy. Well, I don't know if Wicked's up there in heaven, but if he is in heaven, the commodity that I still have for him, I'm gonna continue to have for him, right? We didn't get none of that. We didn't get, Wes Watson, you motherfucker, you should be here with us, making money, right? We don't have that. And of course, you know what Big Joe would say, get it, Big, bomb, right? Hey, Doggy, I think yesterday was Wicked's birthday. Doggy, was it? I don't know, dog. When was it? I don't know, Doggy. Hey, anyway, oh, fuck. Let me do my pre-workout. They don't care, man. These guys don't care. They couldn't give a simple shout out, a respect to the familia, a phone call, none of that. Instead, forgive and forget, or don't even forgive, just forget. And it's cold, man. But that's the world we live in. And that's the reason why you see people going in. I get talked to on the fucking Sharmuta Cartel. I get talked to all the time, like, damn, Gun, why are you going in? Why are you clowning? I'm not clowning. I am. I'm having a good time with it, man. It's funny. They're funny characters, right? And I don't want to fuck up their business and they don't make money, man, because I wouldn't like that either. I got my own thing going on, right? The thing I'm saying with these guys is they're pieces of shit when it comes to caring about people. So the other day, man, me and Dubs, we're chilling, right? And I'm chilling at the pen, man. I'm chopping it up with Dubs. He's like, hey, I'm on TikTok, bro. Strength Cartel's live. Big Calvin, Manchichis. So I'm like, oh, is that right? Now, I'm not a big social media guy. I might be doing my YouTube thing, but I don't do Instagram, TikTok. Like, I have it, but I don't do it. I don't got Instagram. I got TikTok, right? If you see someone on Instagram, that ain't me. That's an imposter. But I'm like, all right, that's cool. And he's like, let's go on there and see what's up with him. And I had never seen any of his lives, so I wanted to see what he's doing. I said, what does he do on his live? He'd be selling his products and whatever. He's trying to fucking get his money. All right, let's go. So Dubs is in there first, and then he's taking me time to fucking download it. And look, I got a fucking TikTok, but I don't even got to download it on my phone. It's that crazy, right? So I'm going through the motions. By the time I get in there, right when he recognizes that Dubs is in there. For someone who has made a video saying that he doesn't even recognize these people talking shit, he don't know them. He sure knew who Dubs was, right? Because his eyes got hella big. He was trying to sell some Kool-Aid. His eyes got big. And I'll tell you the moral to the story of why I'm telling you guys this. And all of a sudden, he was screaming and yelling, hey, man, I thought you guys blocked this guy, Doggy. Block him, Doggy. Hey, Doggy, keep coming on here, Doggy. He's making fucking comments, Doggy. Dubs was not disrespecting him. He was like, hey, what flavor is that fucking pre-workout good? Is it bomb, right? Hey, Doggy, I had to block this guy. Doggy, he was getting off. His head was getting bigger and bigger and bigger. You could hear him fart and all kinds of shit. He was like, hey, Doggy. Yeah. He was doing the fucking Arnold. He was malfunctioning. You got to move now. The chopper, right? He was getting all crazy. And he was screaming at his homeboy, treating his homeboy like shit. Like, you got to block him, dog. Block him now, right? Why don't you, fat ass, get off your ass, them big old meat sausage fingers, and block him? Why you got to have your homeboy do it, right? And so I get in there and I'm just like, damn, what's going on in here, right? And he goes, and I could hear they blocked Dubs. Dubs tells me he's on the phone. He's like, hey, I'm blocked, right? And so all of a sudden I see my name blocked too, and the guy goes, it was Gunners Collective too. They know exactly who we are. The fact is, the way Big Calvin was talking to his homeboy, damn, no respect. Just hurry up, motherfucker, block him. I thought you said you blocked them, right? Like, that shows me the narcissist piece of shit asshole he is. He doesn't care about none of his homeboys. And perfect case in example, man, Wicked just, had a birthday, man, and he didn't even make a video about it. Didn't even care. I had to find out through other social media that I don't even like, right? And it's just unfortunate. This is the reason why people go in and they expose these dudes and they talk shit. It's not because they're hating on fucking Big Boy. It's not because, a lot of it started because he hooked up with what's his name? Asshole West. Right? I knew his name. I was just fucking with you guys. It's because he hooked up with Wes Watson, and that got the negative attention that people started roasting him because of who he was associated with, right? It's kind of like when Dub started fucking with me, all of a sudden he got back, you know what I mean? They started fucking with him, even though I'm not nothing compared to Wes Watson. My arm does not have shit all over it, right? But I'll say this, now you see the reason why. The narcissistic, I don't care about anyone else's behavior. Your own homeboy, bro, that passed away. People I fuck with that I didn't even fuck with tough, that I just met over a cold bowl of soup, right? I I still remember when it's like their birthdays or whatever, and I'll be like, hey, shout out, respects, man. I ain't forgot, bro. It's just crazy that they can leave wicked like that, man. But you know what? He has a family, a strong family, and they'll keep his memory alive. They don't need poop butts like fucking Big Calvin. I'm sure they don't even want him to associate his name anymore with Wicked. So he should do that, man. You know, all those pictures and graphics and old videos that you use with Wicked, you know, damn, homie, $500, that's it? $500, that's it? And not even a birthday fucking present or shout out? Damn, homie, you're bad. Anyways, thumbs up or thumbs down. Heavy's going to be the head that wears the crown. I'm going to continue to strive for what I truly believe in. That's the betterment of all people. Thank you, guys. Bang, bang.